Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. Now, on the last video we talked about syntax, where we did this good stuff, this cool stuff, echo, and do some great stuff with it. Now there is some other things I didn't share, which is we could also do print, right? Print hello. Basically this stuff is basically for outputting data to the what would I say, to the screen. All right, so if I get rid of this guys and come back here and reload, so you see we still have this hello world. They're just basic means of outputting data to the screen for read purposes. Another we have is called the var dump, but this time it tells us the type of the data, and we'll touch that in no time, but I just felt like it's worth mentioning, and just so as not to confuse us more, I was just going to drop this here, and when the appropriate time comes for it, we will talk about that. Yep, so today's video we are going to talk about comments. All right, and so I'll try to leave this in a modular way and create a new folder and call this PHP comments. So what are comments? I'll just create a new file and I'll call this index.php. So comments in PHP is a line that is not executed as part of the program. Its only purpose is to be read by someone who is looking at the code. And why this might not sound very comfortable with you, I'm just going to do this real quick. So what happened if I got bored of echoing hello world 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I just don't want to take it out of my code? So I could just do a // and you see that my code editor changes this to green as soon as possible. And then when I do for the rest, you see it all turns green. Now the good thing about this is that this code will not be interpreted, neither will it run on PHP. So if I go right here, sorry, I'm just hoping I saved this properly. Yeah, if I did, and refresh. All right, sorry. So PHP lessons, PHP comments. Yeah, so you see we only have the hello world 4 and hello world 5, right? So it's pretty much more like deleting them, but just that this time around we still get our code. We don't lose the code piece. Like some of the time we write a very long logic and we just don't want to take it out of the file for now until things are being resolved. Like it's pretty much not a good idea to keep pieces of your code right in your file. If you don't need it, you don't need it. There is something called a version control system that could help you bring and remove, code pieces you don't need. But this is not a good practice. This is not essentials of comment. Why we use comment? We use comment for those who would read our code in the future, or for those who would work on our code in the future, or for our own self. We probably might do a very interesting logic or a very complex logic, and we feel we might forget how and why we actually did something the way they are, and we might come back working on a project a couple of months or in a couple of years, and we want to understand what we actually did there. And so that's what comments are for. There are two types of comments. We just did the first one, which is the inline comment, and then there is another one called the multi-line comment, where we use a / with the asterisk key, and then we end it with an asterisk key in the /. Now, in this regard, the inline comment we have here will be overwritten, but just for clarity purpose, I will just take them off, and you see it makes no changes to it. So you see right here, we still have the hello world 4 and the hello world 5. One is a var dump, and one is a print. All right, so these are comments and these are what they do, but I'll just give you a quick one. A comment should not belong. There are no rules to comment, but there are industry standards. It should be descriptive and short. So I would say outputting hello world to the screen. All right, so yeah, that's one of the good things of comment. Yeah, this is a proper comment. All right, I'll put an LOL to the screen. Yeah, we could actually do this. All right. And if we want a new comment, now this is one line comment and we could just leave like so. So that's that about comment. I really want to make this a very short video, but I hope you get the concept. So comments is just for a future purpose. It should be neat, it should be descriptive, and it should be short. Do not use comment to comment a bunch of codes. Don't be like me. When I started programming, yeah, I used to do this a lot, but we only get better, right? So don't comment a bunch of codes out. If you don't need them, take them to another file. Makes your work more neater and more organized. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And on the next video, we are going to talk about variables, and I'm super excited to jump into more interesting stuff. Bye bye.